In life, many important lessons take time to understand. Often we only grasp their significance when we're older, having faced hardship and gained wisdom through experience. Stoicism, with its timeless wisdom, provides invaluable insights for navigating life with strength, resilience, and peace of mind. Here are 8 Stoic lessons that men often learn too late but can transform their lives if understood early. True happiness doesn't come from the things we often chase in our youth. We often believe that material possessions and external achievements will bring us lasting joy. It's not about the biggest house, the fastest car, or the most expensive gadgets, or the most impressive title at work. Those things are fleeting. They may provide temporary satisfaction, but they don't lead to true fulfillment. True happiness comes from within. It's about finding peace and contentment in the present moment. It's about mastering your own mind and understanding that contentment is a choice. By focusing on what truly matters, we can cultivate a sense of inner peace. The Stoics knew that external circumstances are always in flux. They taught that our happiness should not depend on things outside our control. You can't control the weather, the economy, or the actions of others, or what others think or do. These are all external factors that can change at any moment, but you can control your reactions and how you interpret events. By choosing a positive mindset, you can navigate life's challenges with grace. Imagine 2 men facing the same difficult situation, a job loss, a relationship ending, or a health challenge. Their responses can be vastly different. One man lets it crush him, descending into bitterness and despair. He feels like a victim of circumstances. The other acknowledges the pain but sees it as an opportunity for growth. He uses the experience to become stronger and wiser. That's the power of Stoicism. It's about resilience and finding strength within. It's about choosing a response that empowers you, finding meaning and purpose even in chaos. By aligning your actions with your values, you can find true happiness. True happiness is living in alignment with your values and principles. It's about being true to yourself and finding joy in the journey, not just the destination. We often live as if we have all the time in the world, chasing distant goals and taking loved ones for granted. But the Stoics urge us to remember that everything passes. Life is like a flowing river, constantly changing. Successes fade, failures are forgotten, and material possessions lose their luster. This realization is meant to liberate us. By understanding impermanence, we can savor good moments more deeply and approach challenges with courage. Remember how excited you were for your birthday as a child? But then, the day would end, and life would return to normal. That's life, a series of beginnings and endings. Embrace impermanence to live with gratitude for the present moment. Don't waste time chasing illusions of permanence or control. Focus on living fully in the present and appreciating the beauty in the ordinary. Our time here is fleeting. Make it count. We often believe that if we work hard and treat others well, life should treat us fairly. But the Stoics offer a sobering truth. Life isn't always fair. Bad things happen to good people. Despite our best efforts, we face setbacks and disappointments. The Stoics encourage us to accept that we don't control events, but we do control our responses. Imagine 2 farmers. Both work tirelessly, but a storm destroys one farmer's harvest while leaving the others untouched. The first farmer curses his luck and falls into despair. The second acknowledges the loss but focuses on rebuilding and moving forward. That's the Stoic approach. It's about choosing a response that empowers you and learning from adversity. Life may not always be fair, but we can face it with grace and resilience. It's not about what happens to you, but how you respond. We often shy away from risks, clinging to the familiar and comfortable. It's human nature to seek safety and avoid uncertainty. But the Stoics understood that nothing worthwhile is achieved without courage. They believed that true growth and fulfillment come from facing challenges head-on. Risk-taking is about calculated action, weighing potential rewards against consequences. It's not about reckless behavior, but about making informed decisions. Failure is not the opposite of success. It's a stepping stone to growth. Each failure teaches us something valuable, something that brings us closer to our goals. Imagine a man who dreams of starting his own business but is afraid to take the leap. He envisions the potential success but is paralyzed by the fear of failure. He stays in his comfortable job, his dreams fading. The security of his current situation becomes a prison, holding him back from his true potential. Now, imagine another man with the same dream who takes the leap despite the risks. He understands that the path to success is fraught with obstacles, but he embraces the journey. He might face setbacks and mistakes, but he learns valuable lessons and builds resilience. Each challenge he overcomes makes him stronger and more determined. That's the Stoic approach to risk-taking. It's about seeing every risk as an opportunity for growth and self-improvement. It's about embracing the unknown and stepping outside your comfort zone. The unknown is where true potential lies, waiting to be discovered. The greatest risk is often not taking any risks at all. By avoiding risks, we miss out on the chance to achieve something extraordinary. If there's something you've always wanted to do, ask yourself, what's the worst that could happen? Often, the fear of the unknown is worse than the reality. Even if the worst happens, would it truly be the end of the world? Most setbacks are temporary and can be overcome with time and effort. Life is too short to let fear hold you back. Every moment spent in fear is a moment lost. Take the leap and see where the journey takes you. Embrace the adventure and discover the limitless possibilities that await. Our minds are often preoccupied with the past or worrying about the future. We forget to truly live in the present moment, the only moment we truly have. The Stoics understood the importance of mindfulness and being fully present. Dwelling on the past is futile, and worrying about the future is unproductive. Imagine watching a beautiful sunset but being lost in thought about work or past arguments. You're physically present but mentally miles away, missing out on the beauty before your eyes. The Stoics encourage us to bring our attention back to the present. Focus on your senses and appreciate the simple things. When eating, savor each bite. When walking, feel the ground beneath your feet. When talking to someone, truly listen and be present with them. Life is happening right now, in this very moment. Don't let it pass you by. Our minds are powerful tools but can also be our worst enemies, trapping us in cycles of overthinking. We often find ourselves lost in a maze of thoughts, unable to find a way out. We endlessly analyze and ruminate, often paralyzing ourselves with indecision and anxiety. This constant mental chatter can lead to stress and even physical exhaustion. The Stoics offered a powerful antidote: simplicity and clarity of thought. They believed in focusing on what truly matters and letting go of unnecessary worries. Overthinking is like a rocking chair. It gives you something to do but doesn't get you anywhere. It creates an illusion of progress while keeping you stuck in the same place. It keeps you stuck in a loop, draining your energy. The more you think, the more tired you become, yet you achieve nothing. The Stoics understood that true peace of mind comes from quieting the incessant chatter of the mind. They practiced mindfulness and meditation to achieve this state of tranquility. Imagine trying to solve a complex problem by focusing on all the pieces at once. It becomes overwhelming and nearly impossible to find a solution. You become overwhelmed and make more mistakes. The pressure to solve everything at once can lead to errors and frustration. The Stoics advise approaching problems systematically, breaking them down into manageable parts. By doing so, you can tackle each piece with clarity and focus. Focus on one piece at a time and let go of the rest. This method not only reduces stress but also increases efficiency and effectiveness. Simplify, focus on what's within your control, and let go of the rest. This approach leads to a more peaceful and productive life. Don't dwell on the past or worry about the future. These are things beyond your control and only serve to distract you from the present. Focus on the present moment. Embrace the here and now and find peace in the simplicity of the present. Stoicism is often associated with logic and emotional control, but it's also about living authentically. It's about understanding and channeling your emotions, using them as a compass for a meaningful life. Imagine a man who spends his life chasing others' expectations, feeling unfulfilled. Now imagine another man who follows his own path, pursuing his passions despite criticism. He might not have all the material possessions, but he has a sense of purpose and alignment. That's what the Stoics mean by following your heart. It's about identifying your values and passions and having the courage to pursue them. This doesn't mean making reckless decisions, but finding a balance between logic and emotion. Listen to your inner voice and use your rational mind to make choices that align with your truth. Live a life that's true to yourself. The Stoics were masters of the mind, understanding that our thoughts shape our reality. If you focus on the negative, that's what you'll see more of. But if you focus on the positive, your perspective shifts. Imagine two men walking down the same street. One focuses on the negative, the other on the positive. Same street, two completely different experiences. The Stoics teach us to cultivate a disciplined mind, grounded in reason and virtue. This takes practice and conscious effort. Train your mind like a muscle, strengthening it through mindfulness and reflection. Choose empowering thoughts over disempowering ones. Your mind is your most powerful tool. Use it wisely. Stoicism teaches that life is a work of art. Each choice, action, and attitude adds a brushstroke to the masterpiece of your life. By embracing these lessons early, men can live with purpose, strength, and clarity, turning their lives into something truly extraordinary. Remember, life is a journey, not a destination. It's about the lessons we learn, the growth we experience, and the impact we make along the way. So, embrace the Stoic principles, live with intention, and create a life worthy of your highest aspirations.